Benjamin Hall, saved, a war reporter's mission to make it home. In Saved, a war reporter's mission to make it home, Benjamin Hall offers a gripping, first-hand account of survival against all odds. As a war correspondent caught in the violent turmoil of Ukraine, Hall's harrowing escape story unfolds like a testament to human resilience and the unparalleled courage of those who risk everything to report the truth. This summary takes you through the chilling moments following a brutal attack, the resourceful mission to extract him from a war-torn landscape, and the subsequent quest for survival that stretches far beyond the borders of Ukraine. You'll explore themes of bravery, the chaos of war, and the incredible efforts by a dedicated group who orchestrated his rescue. Immerse yourself in a narrative that not only recounts personal trauma and survival but also highlights the global complexities of conflict journalism and the indomitable will to live and report another day.
Resilience in ruins. Within the ash and chaos of a war-torn landscape, only one journalist remains standing amidst the ruins of what was supposed to be a team's routine reporting mission. The car they inhabited lies in smolders on a hidden off-road path in Ukraine, the silence broken only by the haunting echoes of explosions. Benjamin Hall, the surviving journalist, finds himself in a moment where time stands still. It is as if he is adrift from reality, but a voice pierces despair, his daughter's. Her urging to move propels him through shock's foggy grip. He is gravely injured, yet determination fuels him to emerge from the car's deadly confines. Just as he crawls free, fate takes a harsh twist as a third explosion erupts behind him. Surviving against these odds seems near miraculous. Together with cameraman Pierre Zakshevsky, Benjamin faces a dire situation, isolated from their base in Kiev, bleeding and slipping away in consciousness. The road of salvation is unseen, buried somewhere above them. Amid the urgency of war's shadows, every moment holds the weight of survival. Benjamin steels himself to defy his weakened state, hoping for a sliver of salvation in an unforgiving landscape. A battle not just against a raging conflict but also against the very elements conspires to silence his efforts. The essence of frontline reporting is distilled into this perilous journey, revealing the unyielding will to live and the unexpected missions born from despair's depth. As Benjamin strives to make himself visible to the world above, his story becomes a testament to human resilience and the relentless pursuit of hope amidst darkness. Rescued from chaos. Finally, after what seemed an eternity, Ben discerned the sound of a car approaching. With renewed determination, he waved, shouted, and even hurled dirt to catch its attention. Relief flooded him as a hand gripped his jacket, lifting him away from danger. As the searing pain surged through his body, a singular, clear thought pierced the chaos: they were finally safe. Unaware of who his rescuer was, Ben's consciousness flickered through disjointed visions: a jostling ride in the back of a van, a hypodermic needle piercing his arm, the sharp, white lights of doctors working over him without electricity. Each moment felt surreal, as though trapped in a disjointed nightmare. When he awoke in a sterile hospital room, he was certain he was a captive in Russian hands. His paranoia peaked and the nurses seemed like operatives of a Cold War intrigue. The arrival of an American man offering sanctuary shattered his fears and revealed the true nature of his rescue. Unbeknownst to Ben, the moment his team lost contact, colleagues in Ukraine and across the globe mobilized. Over in the U.S., Jen Griffin, Fox News' chief national security correspondent, was swift to action upon learning of his team's potential peril near Kiev. Her mission was clear: confirm the distress, then engineer a plan to extricate Ben. The reality Ben hadn't anticipated was how precarious extraction from a war zone could be. Venturing into Ukraine as conflicts erupted had been deceptively straightforward. Escape, however, required navigating through a land where chaos ruled. Civilians swarmed any available transport, desperately fleeing conflict. Railways were under siege, rendered strategic targets under threat of bombing. From every street corner arose checkpoints, manned by novice militias on the hunt for enemy spies. In this unpredictable and harrowing environment, rescue became an arduous journey through turmoil and uncertainty. Operation Safe Passage. The U.S. government's evacuation plan left American citizens in Ukraine to fend for themselves. Though Ben's survival of the initial bombing was a miracle, his journey to safety demanded several more. With severe injuries, his right leg amputated, left leg badly damaged, burns, an injured eye, and a skull fracture, Ben faced a daunting escape. Just leaving the hospital was a gamble, yet a lifeline emerged. Jen Griffin, a Fox News correspondent, took immediate action. She connected with Sarah Verardo, co-founder of Save Our Allies, SOA, an organization known for rescuing individuals from conflict zones. SOA had expertly aided in the extraction of 20,000 Afghans during the U.S. military withdrawal in 2021. Sarah tapped into her network of ex-military and humanitarian experts scattered across Ukraine. One standout operative, C. Spray, had recently returned to Poland after successfully rescuing 2 Ukrainian girls, demonstrating his knack for navigating war-torn landscapes. C. Spray, embodying resilience and leadership, set out to find Ben. The gravity of the situation intensified as he discovered that Ben was the sole survivor, shifting the mission's focus to ensuring both his safe extraction and the repatriation of cameraman Pierre Zakiewski's remains. Teaming up with Dr. Rich Jadek, a seasoned naval surgeon renowned for his expertise in combat zones, C. Spray devised a bold plan. In a move to remain unnoticed amid chaos, they acquired 2 old ambulances. These vehicles were staffed with volunteers dressed in medical uniforms, camouflaging the rescue effort as routine. Their journey to Kiev required a mastery of navigating disorder, a skill C. Spray honed through countless missions. This operation was a testament to the power of expertise and unyielding determination in rescuing the wounded from the clutches of war. High-stakes extraction journey. Navigating perilous terrains of conflict-torn Ukraine required a unique blend of courage and cunning. Rich and C. Spray operated with the precision of seasoned operatives, meticulously choosing their paths to avoid confrontation and suspicion. This careful strategy allowed them to slip into a heavily pressured hospital where Ben, a critically injured journalist, lay in waiting. Rich approached Ben with a straightforward yet daunting proposal: an escape from the hospital whose walls could shatter any moment under Russian attack. Given the grave state of Ben's health and the hospital's overburdened capacity to deliver the necessary urgent care, time was a luxury they could ill afford. The mission to extricate Ben had to progress swiftly, with dangerous looming threats providing an urgent backdrop. The escape plan hinged on a diplomatic train in Kiev, set to transport the Prime Minister of Poland amidst tight security, representing the safest route out of the war zone. However, gaining access was the team's pressing challenge, as official permission remained elusive. Meanwhile, the city's clampdown worsened, with more checkpoints and stringent travel restrictions threatening to thwart the mission at every turn. As the journey across the beleaguered city began, C. Spray's tight-knit team grew with the assistance of Jock, a seasoned security fixer from Fox News. Together, they loaded Ben onto a gurney and into an ambulance, waiting on diplomatic efforts and relying on a network of operatives in Poland to make urgent appeals through political channels. Time was of the essence, and every moment counted as pressure mounted to get Ben onto that train before diplomatic discussions closed the window on their escape. Behind the scenes, waves were made in Poland and the US, as operatives pulled every string to pave the way for the ambulance carrying Ben. A sympathetic angle filled with heartfelt images of Ben's children reached the Polish diplomatic office, urging a call for compassion amid the bureaucratic maze. Each checkpoint fell in line, heeding the unofficial directives and allowing Ben's passage. It was a remarkable feat, orchestrated with relentless commitment and delicate precision, that ensured Ben's extraction from a perilous predicament was not just a mission, but a race of hope against despair. Journey to survival. Soldiers stood aside, allowing the ambulance passage as the team invoked the magic words, American and medical. With smiles, they passed through the train station, gaining swift access to the train headed for Poland. Their immediate task was to settle Ben, gravely injured, onto the train. Ben, despite enduring hours in transit without food or sufficient pain relief, focused on one thing: his cell phone. He needed to hear the voices of his wife and daughters. The departing train marked just the beginning of Ben's fight for survival. The painkillers he'd received earlier that day from the hospital had begun to fade, amplifying his physical agony. Yet, from this train ride, he learned the heart-wrenching news of his colleagues' deaths. Cameraman Pierre and interpreter Sasha had succumbed to the blast. Reaching Poland was only one step on the exhaustive journey to obtain the specialized medical care his complex injuries required. These were injuries seldom encountered outside combat zones and demanded a higher level of care. Help was on its way. Fox News organized for a military helicopter to rendezvous with the train, poised to transport Ben to a Polish military hospital. Here, the medical staff would prepare him for the next phase, a flight to a specialized center. After narrowly focusing on mere survival for nearly 48 hours, Ben recognized that he was entering a new chapter. Poland's role was crucial: assess the severe injuries initially gathered in Ukraine, stabilize him with much-needed medication, and get him safely airborne to Germany's Landstuhl Regional Medical Center. Near Ramstein Air Base, they had the seasoned expertise to handle cases like Ben's. Only 4 days after the horrific blast, Ben confronted the precarious reality of his situation. His burns posed a high infection risk, one potent enough to endanger his life. Though already a double amputee, another challenge loomed: preserving the remains of his second leg. It was severely. Journey of resilience. Recovery was no easy road, not even with top-notch medical care. For Benjamin Hall, it meant facing a grueling 2-year journey marked by a series of surgeries, including the agonizing ordeal of skin grafts and the challenge of adapting to prosthetic limbs. Each step wasn't just about learning to walk again, it was about redefining what it meant to be the dynamic father and husband his family cherished. The Brooke Army Medical Center in Texas emerged as the ideal place for such extensive rehabilitation. Yet, reaching it required enduring a punishing flight on a military C-17 cargo plane, all without the comfort of pain relief to maintain alertness. In the face of this daunting reality, Ben steeled his resolve, choosing determination over despair. Against medical forecasts of 2 years, Ben aimed to fast-track his recovery. Fueled by the unwavering support of his team, colleagues, and the collective efforts of diplomats, military specialists, and medical professionals who were instrumental to his survival, he embarked on his path to recovery with unmatched drive and purpose. His story is a testament to the human spirit's capacity to overcome and adapt against formidable odds.
Benjamin Hall's narrative encapsulates a profound journey of survival, determination, and recovery against the backdrop of a volatile conflict in Ukraine. Through his ordeal, Hall introduces us to the intricate and dangerous world of war reporting and the extraordinary human and logistical efforts required to extract and rescue journalists caught in conflict. Central to this story are themes of resilience and teamwork, embodied in the collective endeavors of individuals like C. Spray and his specialized team. As Hall embarks on his relentless path to recovery, his story not only underscores the physical and emotional sacrifices of war correspondents but also serves as a tribute to the network of professionals who make the impossible possible. Ultimately, this recounting serves as a powerful reminder of the courage and commitment inherent in those who choose to bring the realities of war to the world, reaffirming the critical importance of storytelling in shedding light on global conflicts.